Hey y'all, quick update to my last video I literally just made a few minutes ago. So I decided to use the smaller one, not the thicker one, if you read that. So this is the 25 by 25 to 20 by 20 mount for the O4 air unit, or some call it the light. I do, in fact, even though DJI doesn't. So here we go. Started to use this and it didn't work. This one does. So I just wanted to talk to you about figuring out which uh, bolt or screw to use and how to figure that out. So there's also an order of operations here. So I put this on the plate, on the top plate, and the first thing I was going to do was bolt it to the plate. But then I realized, hey, I've got to put the 4 bolts that go to the air unit in here first, because the head of them is going to be up against the top plate. So that was the first thing. But then how do you figure out how long they need to be? Well, what you do is you put it in there and then you stick it in the device that you're going to use and see how it has these standoffs, or these isolators, or some of them call them gummies. And so what you do is you just make sure that it's going to be long enough to go through and have enough space for the nut to center down on it once it goes through. And so you put this in there, and then to figure out which length to use to bolt this to the top, and also which direction, right? Because you kind of need to figure that out. So the other thing I did was I put it on here, and then I used different orientations. And so I found that these screws, which are M2 by 4, when I put them through the top here, that actually has a little bit of a depression CNC'd out of the carbon fiber here. So the head is almost nearly flat. If I had some that were flat head, that would completely solve it, but I don't, so use what you have. But when you put this in here like this, at first I tried it with the screw, or the nut on top, and that didn't work. It just stood up. It wouldn't go down in the hole at all. But this one actually does go down a little bit, and as you can see, it's almost completely flat. Flat enough for me. So that's how I'm going to end up doing it. Just want to give an update and show you guys how selecting screws can be important, orientation can be important, and order of operations can also be important.